Hey guys, it's Connor, and today we're going to talk about Sony cameras. I love my Sony camera. I use an a6500 for all my video work, all my photo work right now. But depending on the settings you use, you may have heard that you're going to have a green or yellow color cast to a lot of your footage, especially when using things like S-Log2 or S-Log3 profiles. So today, we're going to look at 3 different ways to eliminate that Sony color cast really easily. The first way to do this is just to do it in camera. No matter what picture profile you're using, you can actually adjust the color balance of that picture profile. All you need to do is go to the first tab in your menus and go to page 11. Down at the bottom, you'll see your picture profiles. Go in there and scroll down to the picture profile that you'd like to use. Then, when you find it, click on the right side of the wheel. This will unlock a whole lot of options for you that allow you to customize that picture profile with saturation, the black depth, and all that kind of thing. If you scroll down, you're going to find color depth, and here we can adjust how much of each color we're bringing into the image. The simplest fix is just adding a little bit of magenta into the signal, but you can also use a reference to make sure it's perfect. You can use something like a color chart or just some footage of skin tones to see if you can get it exactly how you want it. Now, if you've already shot your footage, you probably don't want to go back, change your picture profile, and then reshoot everything again. So I'm going to show you 2 ways that you can correct this in post as well. I've got some footage here from a music video I shot recently, and straight out of camera, it's a little green, a little yellow, and the skin tones don't look very lifelike. They look really flat, and that's because of that tint. So what I'm going to do is correct that using an effect. So we're going to start by creating an adjustment layer, and we're going to put our effect on the adjustment layer. And the reason I do that is I just find it to be an easier workflow. You can apply your effect to the actual clip, but if you're trying to correct multiple clips, it makes a lot more sense to just do it on a single adjustment layer and drag that out over all the clips that need correcting. So once that's done, we're going to click on the effects and type in Lumetri color, and we're going to drag that onto the adjustment layer. Now if you go and click this drop down arrow, we want basic correction. And you're going to see a parameter called TINT. Now with TINT, a negative number is going to add green into the image, and a positive number is going to add pink or magenta into the image. So let's start with just 10 and just see how that works. Right off the bat, I'm seeing an improvement. I'm seeing us getting a lot closer to the skin tones that I want, and at the end of the day, this is also much closer to what I saw on set, and that's generally what we're going for, is a realistic image, and then from there we can color correct it how we want. So this is closer, but it's not quite there for me, so I'm going to try maybe 17. That looks much better to my eye. It looks less yellow and green and much more lifelike in the skin tones, and that's the big thing that I want to start with, is realistic skin tones. So that's the first way that you can correct it in the computer. The second way you can correct this in post is using the curves tool. So we're going to go to effects, type in curves, drag RGB curves onto our adjustment layer. And if you scroll down, you can see that there's a different curve for each color channel and a master curve. So what we're going to do is just take the green and we're just going to drop it down a little bit. So what we're doing here is we're taking green out of the signal rather than adding pink in. The reason I like doing it with the curves tool is that you can adjust it based on different areas of your image. For example, if you find that your shadows are fine and your midtones are fine, but your highlights, maybe some of the lights that you're using on a white wall, for instance, are tinting that wall a little bit green, then you can just drag down the highlight area and leave the midtones and the shadows the same. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you feel like this video has helped you out, I'd appreciate you helping me out by liking the videos, subscribing, and staying tuned for more content in the future. And if there's anything that you want to see me cover, just let me know and I'll be happy to do a video on it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.